All right, we are going to get started. I'd like to welcome all of you to our Monday Special Disabilities Training Call. Today, we're going to be talking about the hidden disabilities sunflower. So we're going to go through some information. It won't be a long training. It's just something I want to give you extra tools in your tool belt, make you aware of some things that are available to assist with your clients. And then we'll take questions at the end. So, what is the Hidden Disability Sunflower? This organization focuses on individuals who happen to have disabilities or conditions that might not immediately be obvious to others. And this program, it encompasses a lot of different things. We're going to focus specifically on some of the travel related aspects, but again, it's always good for us to be aware of what programs are out there and things that can assist our clients in making their experiences better. So here, this is their website. So we're going to talk about, what they do. And the first thing I'm going to go to is we're going to look at what exactly is a hidden disability, because I want to make sure we're all on the same page about that. So quick little video, and then I'll come right back to you.
Visual sisters a condition that affects 1 in 10 women.
Since the cancer operation, I have a syndrome of NARS.
Generalized anxiety disorder, depression, eating disorder, traits of PTSD, so post-traumatic stress disorder. And then she's since developed and been diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome.
I got post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD as it's known. I've also got a mild traumatic brain injury. So I suffer with like short and long-term memory loss there. I've got dyscalculia, which is like a form of dyslexia, but with numbers, which is acquired because of the bump on the head.
I get varying degrees of vertigo, so I can have clusters of vertigo attacks. So, which means that for weeks on end, I can have anything from 1 to 3 attacks of vertigo a day.
I was 30. So yeah, I was pretty young to have bowel cancer.
High blood pressure and something called borderline left ventricular hypertrophy. He also has other conditions. So he's autistic. He's diagnosed with autism when he was 2. He has ADHD, which he was diagnosed with when he was 6, and more recently he was diagnosed with Tourette's syndrome.
Hi, I'm Lucy. I'm 39 and I live with Parkinson's.
My name's Matthew. I'm 37 years old and I'm autistic.
All right. So as you can see, there's all sorts of different, let me see if I can get back, all sorts of different conditions and things that people may suffer from that you don't see right on the surface. If someone has a physical deficiency and they're in a wheelchair, you may visually see the wheelchair and it trigger the idea that they may need some type of assistance. But there's a whole myriad of different types of disabilities that people can have that you don't visually see. And so this particular program, the Hidden Disability Sunflower, has come together to help assist with people understanding about non-visible disabilities, as well as raising awareness of people with those types of situations needing assistance and making it not be a challenge for them and things like that. So that's kind of a general super simplification of what this organization does. But as it comes with respect to travel, they've also been recognized here in our country, and this is a global organization, by the way, but they've been recognized also here in the United States by partnering with the State Department. So now when we go to travel.state.gov, in the section for travelers with disabilities, in the Know Before You Go section, they are now featured in there along with TSA Cares and things like that. So they are a legitimate organization. There are now over 230 airports that have partnered to help travelers who have hidden disabilities. They have a special sunflower lanyard, which is a visual that people can note and see, and various organizations and businesses are partnering and being trained to recognize that and note that that is a signal signifying this particular company project to identify people who have hidden disabilities. So travelers would wear the hidden disability sunflower lanyard or related aid, and then they can also be found at information desks of participating airports. So by wearing them, travelers alert the staff that they may need help. So there's more information. Again, here's a link to their website as well. But as we were noting, this company began in 2016 at one airport, and now in the more up-to-date number here, there's over 240 airports in over 30 countries that participate in this program. So there's 18 airlines that participate. So again, as you're looking here, these are some of the airlines that participate in the program as well. Air Canada, Air France, Air New Zealand, Atlantic, Australian, again, just a lot. British Airways, KLM, Turkish, and these are just a few. But here you can click on the countries, and when you click on the country, it'll tell you which airports in that country participate. So it's a good reference if you're booking travel for a client and you want to see, for instance, if they're going to Aruba, the Aruba airport participates there in the Caribbean. So just a good tool for you to have. They have various social media sites. So for instance, here is a copy of their Facebook page where you can follow them. They post different information. So the bright green lanyard with the yellow sunflower is their official logo. So seeing that item is going to trigger people to know this is someone who may need special assistance. But they also have a set of different icons that even further explain what type of assistance someone might potentially need. So these are also logos that can be downloaded from their website and utilized as well if you're assisting clients. So, people who can't stand for long periods of time, people who may require large print, have hearing impairments, need a quiet or safe place, sensitive to sound, may need help lifting or carrying things, or just the sunflower in and of itself that I have a hidden disability. On their website, they have a shop, and in the shop, you can purchase things. So if people want to purchase the lanyard or the different cards that you can personalize to show what assistance you may need. So again, there's lots of different things here. They've got wristbands, lanyards, things just to assist identification. This is a photo that I took last week. I was traveling through the Reagan airport and I saw the sign, and it's really what triggered me wanting to put together this particular training, because at the information desk there, I was in the terminal. It says we've joined the Sunflower, and they've got it there, and you can go there if you need assistance, and they'll direct you or help make sure that you get the appropriate assistance. So be on the lookout for that in airports, as well as notifying your clients who may have hidden disabilities to be on the lookout for the Sunflower program, because as you saw, there are 240 different airports that participate in this program. So again, we want to just be sure that we get more information and we help spread the word that these things are out there. This is an emerging market, for lack of a better way of describing it. So as you can see, over the last few years, more and more people are finding out that this is really an important segment of the travel space, and they're starting to invest time and programming into being able to serve. So this particular program, um, businesses can join it so that they provide training to help businesses know how to support people who have hidden disabilities. So it's not just isolated to travel, but because again, we're travel agents, that's why we're focusing on the program from our perspective. But again, if you go to their website, they've got lots of great information. You can go in and you can also share it with your clients who may have disabilities, where they can go in, they can participate in some of the things. There's memberships if people want to join. There's information on the businesses, ways of getting involved. Like I said, generally on the first tier, we've got the lanyard and the ID cards, which can be purchased through their shop. So let me come into, if you're a supporter, you can also, they have things that are for the supporters, which are the white lanyards with the sunflower. So that might be for the caregivers and things like that. So here, I'm going to click on the lanyard pack. So as you can see, they've got different options with the little ID covers. They've got the cards that can be purchased. So again, it's just different ways that support can be shown. If you happen to be, like I said, a supporter, they have similar things for supporters, or if you're traveling with someone and you want to identify yourself there as well. I think I've covered. But again, it's a newer program, like I said, since 2016. We want to bring as much information to people as we can. There's different options and ways to participate in the various programs that they offer. So let me go back. And as I mentioned, again, you can also follow them on social media. When you're on their website, at the footer, they also have their other social media. So they're, of course, on Instagram. They're also on LinkedIn and things like that. So if you're interested in following them, you can do that as well. So I wanted to, again, just give you guys some general information about that. I know that our group has people who have disabilities themselves, as well as people who have family members. So it's always great to know information and where to find it and how to connect your travelers to it. But if I go back for a second, back to the State Department website, this is always, no matter what travel you're booking, this is always a great first line place to send your travelers to, regardless of what you're booking for them, so that they have access to information for them as a US citizen that's traveling. So again, it's going to help them research their destination, things they need to know before they go. The TSA Cares program, okay, it also includes the Hidden Disability Sunflower, Human Rights Report. It gives them links to the STEP program, if they're traveling with a service animal, assistive devices and equipment, people who may be deaf, hard of hearing. They have special medical considerations, communication, other useful links. So again, as just a good first step, no matter what travel you're booking for your special disability clients, this is always a great first line to give them as far as information to help support them on their trip. All right, so now I'm going to go over to the chat box because I did notice we have a few questions that got posted in the chat. So we'll start there. And then those of you that are with us, one second, let me try and get my chat box pulled back up. Okay. And if you have any other questions that you'd like us to address, feel free to raise your hand if you'd like, and we can allow you to unmute. So, all right. So Kim said, I'm new and I am disabled, so it's been a challenge to see what resources are available. Are cruises involved with hidden disabilities? All right. Well, welcome, Kim. We're glad to have you with us. What I would say to you as a new person to the group, we've been doing these trainings for almost a year and a half now. So we've covered a lot of topics where we've gone into more depth about certain areas. So it would be a good plan for you to go into our Facebook group and go back and start watching some of the training videos we've done, because we've talked about cruising and different cruise lines and what they have available and other assistive things that can be brought onto them. So we've done a lot of trainings on those that would specifically be helpful for you. I would also tell you as a new person to just pace yourself. It's not something that's a one and done where you can get everything you need to know in one training. So, but welcome to the family, and we look forward to assisting you along the journey. Now, as far as specifically the Hidden Disabilities Program, this company, I did not specifically see that they partner with cruise lines, but a lot of the cruise lines do already have programs in place to assist clients who have disabilities, whether they are hidden or not. So if you go to a particular brand and on their consumer site, search either special needs or disability, they usually have a section that will come up and give you information about what services are available for them. All right, so let's. All right, so yeah, so I would definitely say, Kim, if you go into, let me do this first. I'm gonna start. Now, I just dropped the link to our Special Disabilities Facebook group for those of you who may be new. If you've not joined that yet, you can click on that link. There are some questions, membership questions that it does ask you to complete. So please don't skip those, because it will not admit you into the group unless you answer those questions. So you want to make sure that you list who your founder council member is. So if you do not know who your founder council member is, reach out to your mentor or your platinum and ask them to introduce you to your founder council member, because that is very important. They are your go-to person as an evolution agent to assist you if you have any issues. And so it's important that you know who they are. David McCovey and Ron Archer are not your founder council member. So again, make sure you know who your founder council member is so that you can complete that to join the group. Then you can click on the little, what do you call it? The magnifying glass, the search box, and type in a topic, and it'll help you. Because if you need special equipment for your cruise or things like that, we've talked about some of the companies that assist with cruises, such as the special needs group, where you can rent scooters or oxygen or just different things. So there's lots of different resources we've covered already that will be there on that page. We go in on the weekly announcement page and add in that YouTube link, either from Patrice's YouTube page or some of the trainings I've done. I've posted my YouTube links there on that same topic. So just go down into the comments and you should be able to find the link to the training video that goes along with it. All right, so let me see. The other website, travel.state.gov, is the one that I mentioned here. If you go to travel.state.gov, now just as a travel agent, there's going to be lots of great information for you here, but we're looking at the travelers with disabilities section. but there is plenty of other information as a travel agent that would be beneficial to you. So I encourage you to take some time and familiarize yourself with this, because this is the best place to go for the most accurate, up-to-date information. So if people are traveling to places and they need vaccinations, if they're trying to find out if visas are needed, if they have questions about the passport page requirements, all of those kind of things can be found here at travel.state.gov. So I cannot stress enough how, as a travel agent, you want this to be among the places that you go, and also that you refer your clients, because you want your clients to know and get the correct information. If they've got passport questions, this is where they're going to come for passports. Questions about visas, questions about traveling to specific destinations. All of that information can be found here at travel.state.gov. So you want to just be sure that you make it a habit of sending your clients to that particular website. All right, so as far as the Hidden Disability Sunflower Program, they do have training that they do for their members. So it's not the same type of travel agent training that we've talked about. But for instance, if a business wants to learn how to handle that and they become a part of the program, they do have a series of trainings for their program to become a part of that and be able to display their logo and things like that. But that's listed under their join situation. So they have businesses, charities, and then of course they're going to list here just information. So it's good information. If you know a particular business you want to recommend that they participate in the program, there's different pricing depending on what type of business it is. So we definitely want to note that. And as I mentioned, if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, there's links to their social media as well if you want to follow them on social media. Let me see. I miss. All right, so what I'm going to do actually is go over to our special needs group, because in our private group, as I mentioned, we often tell you to go in and search, and I'll get questions of people that they're trying to find stuff. So once you're admitted to the group, if you come here to the search bar within the group, and let's say, for instance, so for instance, here was something we posted about an accessible cabin on Virgin Voyages. Here was a special travel agent affiliate program through Special Needs at Sea. This would allow you to be able to rent equipment for clients, and it'll be delivered to the port for your client before they get on the cruise. Someone was inquiring about oxygen. We talked about that. How to sell accessible travel. So if you go to the search bar, you're going to find a lot of different options. So we had our certified autism travel professional information. We did training with autism on the sea. So like I said, lots of different topics we've been covering in the group. So I would just say, if you're, let me kind of go back there. Once you're in the group, again, you can search by topic, and there's going to be lots of different things that you'll be able to find information on. And these blue flyers we put up whenever we do a topic. And so later I'll go back in and add this video link under this topic. So when you do the search, you'll find the topic, and then you can go down into the comments and see the video if there's a video that goes along with it. Do we have any other questions? All right, Anna?
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well, thanks. For asking. So my question is, I have my what's it called? Okay, so I have my brand that I'm already doing, and that's just doing a regular, booking. But I really, my niche actually now is actually special needs, right? And I did a Facebook page, and I'm trying to totally separate it, but I'm getting mixed reaction from doing that. So I just need your advice on what do I need to do, because I'm certified in everything you put on there. I get certification. I make sure I'm there, that I get certified right away. But I just want it to be totally separate. And everybody's telling me that that's the wrong thing to do. So I just want your advice on that.
Well, what is going to really be the answer to that is going to depend on your audience. If you're planning to go, all in after a special disability audience, then there's nothing wrong with having a dedicated page or group or what have you for that, because that's who you're going to send there. You're going to send all of those prospects, people who want to know you as the go-to person, the subject matter expert on special disability travel, having a place that you're posting content, whether it be, information on different places that people can travel. You could put information like some of what we just talked about with the hidden disabilities. You just want to make sure that you keep it engaging. Now, if you're going to be doing that plus just general travel, then you may not necessarily need a separate page, but it really just depends. If you're going to put all of your focus on special disability, then you're going to want to make that be what people see when they come to your page.
Thank you. That's what I want. Thank you.
Again, posting your certification, and it's not going to be a one and done. Now, it's great to note that you have them, but because people are coming across you at all different times, you may need to go back in and post again that, hey, I have certification, certified autism travel professional, because someone may come later and not know, they may have missed it. So you want to
Okay.
also kind of have that when you're putting together a social media schedule or plan, just periodically, putting things in. So if you're talking about, a thing that you happen to also be certified in, just make sure that you're noting that as well. Because again, you can't think that someone knows because I posted it last month, because it might be someone who's new to your page. So you want to kind of create that and don't feel like you're being redundant, because again, as you get new people, it's new information to them. And as you're engaging them, you want to just make sure that you're keeping current with whatever's going on. Like I said, this was something that I had come across at an airport, and I saw it kind of in passing. It was like, I need to look into that and see what it is. And
Okay.
then, like I said, last week when I was in the DMV, I was at the Reagan National Airport, and there it was right there. So I went up to the information desk and I'd asked for some assistance, and that's how I saw the sign that they had there. So
Okay.
it just gives you, like I said, the more things you know, the more information you can give. It just helps solidify their view of you, your audience's view of you as someone that they can trust for good information.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do we have any other questions? You can either raise your hand or type them in the chat box. Go ahead, Anna.
Now we're just trying to lower my hand.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Thanks.
All right. Also, just other tips for those of you that are starting out. You want to look in your general area, find the different organizations that align with the areas of special disability travel that you're looking to book, and find out when they're hosting events that you can network with them at. You'd be surprised if you go on and just kind of search that there may be organizations right in your own backyard that you can partner with, that you could potentially sponsor a group trip for, or just make the contacts with their members, be able to go in and do a presentation or things like that. So again, you just never know where that person is who can connect you. So you want to make sure you're letting everyone know that this is an aspect of travel that you specialize in and that you can help them with, because there are lots of people out there who don't know what's available to them, or they either don't travel because they don't know that there are resources or things that can assist with making it easier. I got involved kind of twofold. I have a niece who has special needs, and I noticed that the prospect of traveling with her was a little overwhelming for my brother and sister-in-law. And so wanting to find out ways to make it easier for them, to give them information about places that would be appropriate to take my niece to, opened up a door in one sense, as well as having certain physical challenges myself that I then experienced. It just became something that I researched more and more. So there's lots of different areas. So you can't look at it as, oh, this is going to be a quick one and done. You may decide that your area is people with physical disabilities, and that, or people who may have mobility challenges, and you want to be able to provide them with scooters when they go on cruises. If you go on a cruise now, you're going to find that there isn't a stigma to people riding on scooters because the newer ships are so big. There's people who may not have, may not permanently be in wheelchairs, but they're renting scooters for the cruise just because of the amount of walking that's involved. So there's lots of opportunities for you, no matter what aspect of special disability travel you want to focus on. But a lot of things is knowing what's available and being able to offer it to your client. Any other questions? All right. Well, if we don't have any additional questions, then I want to thank you guys for joining us for today's training. We will, I'm going to get with Patrice because I'm not sure if she's going to have training next Monday, because she does have an event in New Orleans, and she may be traveling during the course of this meeting time. So I will confirm that with her later today so we can post something to let you know if we'll have a call on next Monday, but I don't think we will. But I will just confirm that for everyone. We're glad to have you guys with us, and we look forward to continuing on the journey. As we're covering topics, if you're searching in the group, if there's something that you have questions about or you want more information, feel free to post it there in the Facebook group or direct message either Patrice or myself, and we'll make sure if we don't know the information that we research and find someone who can help us get the information for you. So thank you guys. Have a great day. Today's call is officially over.